If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I'm not even gonna lie.
All right, we're back with another podcast. I got my other brother with me now, J Dub, Jay Washington. Why? Like he got so many nicknames. We don't even know what to call him no more, man. Dewan, man. How many middle names you got, man? Like,
Dewan Pierre. I got two nicknames, man.
Day nice. Dang, man. But yeah, I got my other brother with us. We just finished up the podcast with Ryan and Zach. They just like brothers too. Shoot, I was fortunate enough to have a lot of brothers, six siblings on my hitching side. Uh, was adopted essentially into the Anderson family and had three more brothers, and then Ryan's like a brother, so four more brothers. So very fortunate to have a lot of men. And then now I have three girls. So it's a lot of adjusting for me, growing up with all these men. And now I got three girls and a wife. But yeah, man, I appreciate you taking the time out, James. I know you busy, man. James always working with the kids. Y'all gonna hear that. He love coaching kids. He's a coach. Uh and yeah, he's all about the community. So I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Nah, yeah, you already know, bro. Like I said, similar backgrounds, man. I'm the five. 5 or 6. My mom has 6 kids too, so already got that similarities. And yeah, just a pillar to the community, man. I just try to be a role model, something that we didn't really have much of growing up. So I feel like if I can be that person, for the kids out here, no matter what it is, man, I just try to be that person. So definitely all about the community. Um, yeah, with the coaching and everything, no matter what, high school, youth, even some of the older, guys try to get out there. So I just try to do as much as I can in 24 hours in a day. And hopefully that's enough you know,
Right.
to just
Hmm.
keep me excelling every single year. So that's all I try to do. Every single
Yeah.
try to excel every single year.
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that because one of the questions, like I got them right here on my little pad. That's why I keep looking down. But like you said, we didn't have that growing up. But who inspired you? Because the first question, which is random, not random, but it's already here, is who inspired you to change, or who was a person that you looked up to when you was younger, and do you still look up to that person? Or is it like, oh, it changed as times went on? At one point in my life, I looked up to one person. And now I'm at this point in my life, I look up to a different person. It's like, because honestly, you could have been just like the rest of everybody else, but you're different. And I'm sure you had somebody to look up to or reading something or
Yeah.
no matter what it is, I don't know what it is, but was there like one person that inspired you? And I'm talking about well, we didn't even start talking about it. I'm talking about pre-Amy House, like pre-adopted. Like
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Nah. Like growing up for me, like I was always with my cousins. Like no matter what. Obviously growing up in like the projects and like inner city houses and stuff like that. I was always with groups of kids. We was always together. I'm not saying we was always, doing the right stuff and everything like
Right,
that.
right.
Grew up flipping on mattresses and flipping up, off fences and stuff like that. We still got our knees dirty and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I was always with my friends or my cousins, my little brother Tennyson, who was always around me, whether I had a choice or not. My little sister Amani when she was brought into the world, but for me, it was my auntie Mitri.
Okay.
In peace, everything. She would work all day. She would get off work. She would get paid, and she would make sure everybody in my family, their bills were taken care of. She raised me, um, two of my cousins, my little brother, so many members of my family. But I mean, until I got a little older and didn't always see eye to eye and stuff like that, but that was the person for me that was like, she's going to work. I see how hard she's working. She's taking care of me, and I'm her sister's son. I'm not
Yeah.
even
That's
kids.
love.
How hard she went for me
Hmm.
just showed me that things are possible. When things aren't so great. I lived
Yeah.
with her, with my grandma. I lived with my mom, so it was all a mixture of people. But that was the one person I was like, I want to be like her. I want to
Hmm.
provide for my family. I want to be able to make sure no matter what, like we all know where we're going on a holiday,
Right, right.
giving Christmas, stuff like that. Even when you don't have a lot, like things like that, like camaraderie, that's
Yes.
a lot. So that was my person.
Yeah, I feel like most people do think about like it's all about the money and stuff. It's more about time and like just being together. Like that takes no money. That don't take nothing but just text messages or scheduling something like, hey, let's just have a sit down or let's just Christmas at my house this year. Like
Right.
like you know what I mean? Those things is what kids remember more than walking around with Gucci shoes. Like they about to muddy them shoes up tomorrow. They ain't worried about them shoes, and they gonna grow out of them shoes. And what you gonna do with those shoes is throw them away. It's
Exactly.
something you don't throw away is those memories. So I do, in fact, like I can go back to memories where, shoot, in cookouts back in the day, them cookouts were a little different.
Yeah. It different.
And then I never really had a family reunion until we moved in with Amy and them. But
Right?
I mean, a cookout was a family reunion to me.
And everybody coming over on the Sunday was like every Sunday
Right.
reunion.
Yeah. So it's like it's crazy how we both came from different sides of the town. I mean, you was
Yeah.
north of Sheffield, well, we was centered at, and I was west. So I came from Lorraine, and you came from Elyria, and we met in the middle, which is Sheffield,
The
which is
South, like
crazy.
in the South, like the South side of those cities, like people don't talk about that. Like the South side growing up, like we was doing so much we didn't have no business doing just because
Hmm.
we didn't always have the people to look up to
Or
show
tell
up.
us to know or something. Yeah.
We talk about like even with like sports and stuff like that. I never had anybody to pick up a basketball. This is how you shoot. This is how you dribble. This is how you do that. Like we had to teach ourselves how to
Teach
do that.
ourselves. Yeah.
Oh, like it ain't. It's nothing easy when you come from Northeast Ohio, when you come from the South side of Elyria, the South side of Lorraine,
Hmm.
but being able to be in a position to show these kids that it is possible, man, and just stuff like that. Like I don't ever take for granted. Like I know, like people say, your brother's in the NFL. My brother was not always in the NFL. Like my brother was one of the smallest kids on that field. I saw
Hmm.
a kid transform everything. Like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not hang out. No, I'm not going to the like was so focused on his goal that when people was like, "Are you surprised Anthony made it?" No, I'm not because from a young age, Anthony was always football focused. No matter what it was, that's what your goal was. Like I say, people like we're gonna love you regardless of if you're a football player or not. But when you see somebody so focused on what they want, it doesn't surprise you when they make
Hmm.
amazing out of an opportunity
Yeah.
because
Because
you
you,
never
you went
have
on the outside looking in, like
it.
like, and like, I mean, you a year older than us, but shoot, we was working out in the backyard together. Like I was saying earlier on the phone to you, we was playing football in the backyard. We
Man,
baseball. We like 90% of the stuff that I did, it was with you guys too. So it's like you
yeah,
guys seen the work. I mean, I just grew from 140 to 180 in 1 year. Like that was just God given. Like I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that but I was all doing the same work, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like I
But
bet you if Zach was on here, he'd probably say the same thing.
yeah,
Like if he wouldn't be surprised because we was grinding,
grind it. Like
working.
we left practice, went home and practiced in the backyard. Like for us, it was no off days. Like we was up 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, feeding 20 to 40 coon coon
Dogs.
from the south side. We got on big muck boots out here shoveling and cleaning dogs and stuff. We going from there to right after that doing house chores and then outside playing football, basketball, baseball. Like people ask me, how did he do it? Like what's the work? The work ethic is what you want to do, what you invest into, what you put, your mind, body, your soul into. That's what you're gonna get out
Get
of it.
out of it. Yeah. Whatever you put in, what you gonna get out.
That's what you're gonna get out. So you
Yeah.
can't teach a kid, you can't teach how we did. You can't teach, hey, I'm about to go outside at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning and start throwing the football around, shooting basketballs.
Hmm.
Times where we would be outside until I'm dark enough. I'm outside to where I me or my white brother all back and forth. But I mean, stuff like that. Nobody sees that stuff. So
Mm-mm.
it's yeah, I can give you all, the knowledge and everything like that, but I can't make you have the work ethic. I can't make you
Yeah.
kitchens. Like that's one in a million. You're either gonna take what I have to tell you and listen to it and create your own repertoire,
Hmm.
you know, and people
Yeah.
like people don't see that. They don't see that.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like the main thing is about that is like there's no easy way of getting what you want. If it
At all.
was easy, then everyone it wouldn't be so hard. Everyone would do it.
Oh yeah.
And
It
in
was
order to separate yourself, you had to do some things to separate yourself. Like I always tell myself that, like, if you want to separate yourself, well, then separate yourself.
yeah.
Like it's that simple, but it's really hard. So it's like it does the things that that people don't understand because everybody wants to seek the secret sauce or like
Like it's a secret formula.
formula. Yeah, like no, it's not. See, it's you put in the time, like Ray Lewis said. Because we was talking about who inspired me, and I was saying Ray Lewis just like on a podcast with Zach and Ryan, and Ray Lewis was like, "Well, yeah, you wake up on Monday, you do it again on Tuesday." He went through all the days of the week, and then on Sunday, he was like, "Guess what? You do it again." And you just keep doing it for not just weeks but years, and then once you feel that little bit of greatness or that little bit of uh like you just feeling you getting better or whatever you want to call it, that it's hard to explain, but you just know you're getting
Yeah.
better. You feel that and you love it. Oh, then you dive in. Now it's another week. Now you're getting a little better. Now it's another week. Next thing you know, it's 10 years.
So
Like,
now I got a question for you now because you said that what moment like in your life, whether it was Paul out Park, running out of bounds in eighth grade, getting yelled at, and after that just running everybody over after that. What moment in your like sports career, professional career, was it like okay, I know what I have, what it takes, and now that I'm getting this recognition, I'm gonna just grind until I get to where I want to go. Like what point in that, what age, what year was that in your life?
um, dang, that's a good question because there was moments when I was young and I used to watch football on Saturdays, like ABC. We had
Oh,
the little antennas, so we got a couple games. We got ABC, we got the little recess, the little cartoon.
yeah.
A Saturday football might come on, Texas, Oklahoma, or so. So and I watch these guys play, man. I'm just like. Uh, I feel like I can play with these dudes. And I mean, I'm young, naive,
Yeah,
And then when I got to seventh grade and in Durling, we used to play in front of Durling in that little old field. And then everybody came up to me like, "Oh my God, you're the best." I remember Jess came up to me and was like, "Oh, you about to win a Heisman one day." And like he literally was like doing a Heisman pose, and I'm playing running back at the time. And I'm just like, I'm just playing football.
yeah.
Like I don't, so it
Oh
never
no,
really hit me because even when I was in like a junior and stuff, like remember I got hurt. I missed my whole
yeah,
sophomore year, and then my junior year, uh, I mean I blew up, and then our senior year, but I was getting scholarships, but it wasn't like nothing in printing. Like I didn't commit to nowhere, so it wasn't guaranteed.
right.
But to
Phil,
answer the question, I would say I didn't really realize that until like college when we had a spring ball practice and it was like four NFL scouts.
right,
They came and they was just like, whatever you're doing, just keep doing. I'm just like, I'm just working out.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, whatever you're doing, to keep doing. In my head, that says I need to do more.
right.
So,
Look,
so that moment right there, I think I was a sophomore in college.
yeah,
I rolled my ankle. It was Brandon Sheriff, big tackle.
yeah,
Uh, they did a stretch. I'll never forget it. It was a spring game. I think it was a spring ball game, and I got rolled up, and I rolled my ankle. It was like three different scouts. I walked past them. And was like, "Hey, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep your head up." Because I was like, I'm down. Like scouts here, keep your head up. You got what
yeah,
it takes. Keep your head up. So I was like, I don't even know who these guys are to this day,
yeah,
but that moment right there was like, oh, bro, I think I got it.
yeah,
And then after that, I went from just training to like lock it in. Like there's a difference to training for something and like actually like
like,
mind, body, soul,
yeah,
commitment. Like you can't steer me wrong. Like there's nothing you could say. I'm on this path. Like
yeah,
either you with me or you're not. So I would say like the moment was like I was saying in college. I didn't know I had it in high school. I just like I'm one of the first ones to go to college. I'm just trying to go to Division One. In my head, if I fail, I just go back to Ohio and work. I still made it farther than most. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was never the like once I got to the league, everything changed. Like I said, every moment who you look up to or what you do, as you grow, it changes. So like in high school, I was just trying to make it to college because I know I wasn't book smart. So athletics was going to get me a ride, or I'll head to Stillmo like
Yeah,
everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's good money. That's
man,
so you know what
crazy.
I'm saying. We had connections in there,
Yeah,
so like that was on my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
And then once I got to college, and then I see these guys playing, and I'm just like, oh, this guy just got drafted last year. Oh, he got a tryout. Hold on. Sophomore year, that's what happens. All the people come in, tell me keep going. I said, oh yeah, we about to go.
Oh yeah,
And then after that, my only thing was I just wanted my family good. Like I
yeah.
wasn't even playing for me no more after that point. Like I didn't know what my life was going to be, but if I ever had kids and a wife, I wanted them to be okay.
Right. Absolutely.
And so that was mine right there. But yeah,
Yeah.
running out of bounds though, man, that was crazy.
But I remember
But
Brad. I don't even know if you was tired or not. He just ran out of bounds. He said,
oh man, Brad used to be like, "You little sophomore." I'm like, bruh, that's why I play defense. I don't. No one likes to get hit. I do the hitting. I'm not
"Hey, as
about
a receiver, I'm
to.
not gonna lie. No one likes to get hit. That's why
No,
you want to try to be as fast, have good, quick work. Footwork. Get out of your You want as much separation as possible as a receiver because you don't want to get. You really don't want to get hit. I
catch
mean,
it and get down.
I'm flexible. Nobody wants to get smacked going across the middle catching the post.
Yeah, but it's different because just think about Brad. He was old lineman. He was dishing out the blows.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. So it's easy to say
Zach's
you
a quarterback. You can't touch quarterbacks.
already know. Like it's a different life down there in them trenches.
Yeah, like well, I was one game in high school. What was that? Maybe Buckeye, I think it was at Buckeye, and I was just like just run trying to bro, my neck was sore until like Tuesday. I'm just like
You couldn't even
I
we were trying to talk to you at
it
the
was
like
like Turner, yeah, you remember? I'm just like for 2 more yards?
trying
No,
to
bro.
trying to
This is
truck
Division 4 high school football. Like I'm not doing that no more.
fourth game and he like truck everything is like
Like I seen it on there was a tape on YouTube. Like I got a highlight tape. I literally ran this way and came back to run somebody else over instead of running. And I'm just like, bro, no, I'm
no
not doing that.
uh, different.
Uh,
It's different. It's a different like even coaching right now in high school football like it's a different game right now. Like the physicality. I mean, obviously, you can tell you're in the league. Obviously, you've seen this physicality change from being able to rip a quarterback's head off to obviously not even being able to touch him and stuff like that.
mhm,
So for me, like I don't have any kids right now. Like obviously, I want kids. For me, like I said, I seen my mom go through a lot. So for me, it was always find a wife. Try to do it the right way. Try to bring my kids into a world where I'm stable, financially stable, obviously mentally stable, and
yeah.
where I rock with a partner and we can do it together. And I mean, no salt or no, throwing no shade at anybody else. That's just, my environment, how I grew up. This is just always how I wanted it.
Yeah.
So, like, with you being an NFL linebacker and you having girls and like you were always growing up, just chill, laid back until somebody pushed you to that point.
Hmm.
What do you think? Like, how far do you think it's come from being that little kid in in Campito to
Yeah.
being a grown man now? Like, how far or do you ever look back on how far you've come and be like, man, like
Look,
I just because
you know why? Look, hold on. It's right here next to me, actually. Look at this Bible on my daily read. This is why. Can you see that?
that's why.
This is why. It's next to me. This is why. Because I read, and I learn.
Yeah,
Bro, like, and then it's about patience as well. And every action don't need a reaction.
exactly.
Uh, and you learn that as you get older too. And I feel like I got girls to calm me down because if I had boys, I would probably still have that,
Right.
upper temper or like, ready to like do stuff because they're going to be like that too. So it's like girls is just like chill out.
Yeah.
I'm about to cry for 4 hours and then I'm not about to run around and jump on your head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like girls, I don't know. It was like everything just happened for a reason, I think. And like the growth is just and just to say that and see where I'm at, I just know God is real. Or
Yeah.
just start there. Like, how people say, dang, where you came from and where you at now. But you don't say, oh man, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other people that could have went left or went right. But
Absolutely.
it's a blessing. But
Yeah. You're
yeah,
absolutely.
man, it's
Yeah.
it's prayers, man. I pray for patience. I thought I had patience, but they get tested every day. Um, and I just pray that I'm doing the right thing. Some people, a lot of people just think they're doing the right thing, but don't know if they're doing the right thing. Like like, man, I know I'm doing the right thing, but I ain't seen no benefits. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I'm just praying that I'm on the right path. And it was never about the money, and the money came, but it didn't change me because it was never about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always be the same person because I wasn't doing it for that. My family was going to be good straight if I worked at the steel mill because I was going to be smart enough to just put money away and I don't need this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think uh, just praying for clarity and patience and things like that is what keeps me like thriving
Like
for
when you said
sure.
you thought you had patience, man, working and being a teacher and work in coaching, I thought I had patience too. Never been so happy to be able to, have kids and be able to give them back at the end of the day.
Yeah. See, that's
Hey,
one thing with your own kid. You don't give them back.
no, and
They
that's why I'm like,
could-
okay, I'm a little too selfish right now with my time. I like shoes too much. I'm a little too selfish right now to have kids, but man, when I'm in them schools and that 3 o'clock bell hit, bro, and I can walk out them doors and loosen that tie a little bit, I be like, thank God I made it through another day.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. I mean, you like most people don't know that and like, oh, I think I want a kid because I'm this age, or but they're really not ready. Like, I would rather be prepared and be ready, like you saying. Like it's okay to be you're your own human being. You could be
Yeah,
selfish. Why not?
just a little bit. I mean, with some kids, you gotta be selfish because you can't be out here. You like you got on Nikes and your kid got on some Charcoal Thunders or some. You feel me?
Right? Yeah.
Some Shaq bunnies or something. I'm not for wearing Shaqs. My kids will never be in a pair of Shaqs unless I can afford the same thing twice or be able to give my kids things I didn't have. I'm not bringing a kid into this world yet. Like
Right.
I just
Yeah.
can't be selfish in me, and that's something like patience has also taught me a lot of patience too. Like slow down, you know, enjoy the things in front of you. Like we both played college. My brother got fortunate enough to make it to the NFL. Like my other brothers are having kids. Like everything is either right here, right now, or it's on the way, and I'm okay with
Mhm.
for that. And letting everything, like even when it comes to your, religion. I've stepped into it a lot because me and you talk almost every day. It's never about the greed and stuff like that. It's always uplifting and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
for me, bro, just being patient and just enjoying everything, man. Like I said, I'm thankful for you, but I'm thankful I can be able to be in a position to just be able to, sit and just observe everything and
Yeah,
know.
have an open mind, open heart, and like there's people that will live for that. Like the fact that you can accept the word, like receive it, and then give it back to somebody else, like that's a blessing.
It is.
Already, even if they take it and throw it in the garbage, it's still a blessing. You did your part. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Like,
for me, it makes me feel better because I'm giving you the authentic me.
right.
You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna sit up here and say that because you have to be vulnerable to say stuff like that.
Yeah. For
Because
real.
a lot of people got this guard up, and I'm telling you, my girls changed me to like, let my guard down a little bit. And like we were saying on the other podcast where like Ryan and I, like we grew up with all boys, man, everywhere, like Terry, Josh, Brad, like it was us, Ryan, Todd, Tom. There was no girls. Like
Oh,
Nick, it was only girls with what? Like Amanda and
yeah. And
Caitlin. So it's like there was no girls, So it's like everyone's walking around with their chest out and like so, and
the
like
macho.
now I'm just like, bruh. No, I can't do that. That's not how you live. Like, you know what I mean? But it's okay though. But I mean,
Yeah.
we have both now. They taught. It's not that they didn't teach us now. They taught us a lot because it's times where you need to be like that, but you don't have to always be like that. It's,
Yeah.
so, and I think my girls kind of balance me out. I mean, football and then the way I was raised is one way, and then having a wife and having girls, a whole
Yeah.
opposite way.
Whole opposite way.
So it brought me to reality.
Yeah.
So,
Like
but I,
that's how I'm with the high school kids and stuff like that. Like I tell them all the time, I'm not an easy coach to play for. Like I play, for Coach Zally, obviously coach the Colliers, the coaches we still have. My college coach, I'm not even, me and that dude never seen eye to eye ever, but he knew when it was throw James the ball when it comes to second, third.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's for like that stuff right there, man, just like pulling stuff back and being able to like harness all that stuff in and just being able to create something beautiful out of the situation. Obviously, you got to go to Iowa. You got to make it to the league. I'm out here still inspiring kids, helping kids get into college. It's a beautiful thing. Like it is a beautiful thing, especially like I said, with just a little bit of opportunity, because nobody knew two kids from the south side of Elyria or Lorraine were going to go make an impact in not only the communities that we're in, but even bigger parts than that. Like so,
yeah. Nah,
nothing
for real.
but a blessing so far, man. Many more years to come, dude. Like,
Yeah, man. We're gonna keep doing this, man,
yeah,
because it's like, bro, it's like when you like talk to one kid, right,
mhm,
and someone be like, "Oh my God, man, James was the best coach ever." And now the other kid want to know who's Coach James.
right,
And then they meet you out. Now it's like a chain reaction. Now you got all these kids in the community that's looking up to, you or the next person that told them, or it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for you to be able to impact one, you impact 1,000
yeah,
without even knowing. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Or the dude don't even have to say nothing, and someone just see how he moves, all because of what you was teaching them and told them, and they just move his way. But never
right,
even ask him why do you move that way? You know what I'm saying? So you can impact people without even knowing you impact people. And that's my biggest thing. And so it's like be you, believe in something. Like I don't never want to put spiritual stuff on people, but I'm a firm believer. I mean, you can see my hat.
yeah.
So I'm a firm believer, but there is a higher power in whatever choice everyone make.
Gotta
But
believe something.
you got to believe in something. There's no reason why we're here right now on this podcast. There's no reason why you came from where you came from, and instead of staying in that situation now, you want to impact kids.
Right,
Most people your age, like, man, get these kids away from me. You know
right,
what? I've been taking care of kids my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's something. Someone is, on your
yeah,
shoulder, telling you something.
yeah.
And that leads me into my next question for you. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I'm not even gonna lie. I used to feel invisible a lot when I was younger. Like I wasn't seen or heard all that stuff all the time. For me, I would want to be invisible. I'm not gonna lie. If I had one superpower, I would want to be invisible because when it comes to the things that are important to me, which is loyalty, how are you and what do you say about me when I'm not around?
Ooh, you want to sneak up on some people.
I
He try to be on the couch like, mm-hmm.
if you can't, in my absence, you can definitely not be loyal to me in my presence. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
And another reason to be invisible because I don't know. Sometimes I like to just be by myself. Like I'm a loner. Like I coach. I'm out in the community and stuff like that. Like I train and stuff like that. But when it
Mhm.
comes to being in a house, I am a lonely person. So me just being by myself away from everybody else, that's fine for me.
Yeah.
And
Shoot.
then,
That's
the
crazy.
because I don't know, for me, still to this day, I still feel like I'm thriving for something.
Hmm.
I've been through a lot, but I don't feel like I'm where I need to be yet, or I'm not, where I want to be. So
Hmm.
I'm still trying to please the little, 6, 7, 8 year old boy who was before. So for me, it's just there's something missing. There's something
Yeah.
I can see. I have a vision on what I want life to be and what I want, and that's why I named my brand even Vision, because I have a vision on what I want. But
Mm.
you know, it'll be a joke for you to think that you know how life is gonna go, and God's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that. Oh, I'll say mine's first. If I had
No superpower. Come on now.
a superpower, it would probably be to read my white mind. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, no,
Uh, no,
she she
oh man.
Virgo,
She
right?
ain't gonna be able to read this. It's like I'm
If
about to
she a
bleep all that
Virgo,
out.
Ashley's a Virgo. You don't want to read her mind.
I know, but sometimes I do. But no, I'm not. I'm lying though. That one, that was just me BSing. I might have to tell my boy Perez to get that out of there.
No,
Oh man, but no, I would say to be able to transport or whatever you call it. Like I wish I could be in more places at once quicker, I guess. So if, for example, you guys like, oh, Hitch, what you guys doing this weekend? I'm about to, have a kickback. Boom, I'm there. All right, I'm going back home to my girls. Boom. You know. So it's like I wish I could be in, and I think that's my problem that I try to like help a lot of people at once, and it kind of makes sense, and then I get overwhelmed at times. But if I was to have superpowers, I won't get overwhelmed, right? I can get there and get back. I ain't got to text you. I'm there. I'd have been, we'd have been doing a Zoom call together. So it's like, yeah, I would say like getting to multiple places and not even helping people, like just showing up.
just
Because
trying. Yeah, just trying to
you
be.
know, just trying
Yeah,
to be there for somebody. Because look, man, I'm not gonna say a lot, but that's a lot. Being there for someone. That's a lot of people like just want that. Like just know you have someone to be like, oh, I can call him. Oh, I
yeah.
can call her.
It's
Oh,
a lot. That
like
is
you know what I'm saying? That's
a
more
lot.
than anything. Because if you think you alone, then you're probably alone. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like having someone that you can pick up the phone and be like, hey, something came up.
right.
I need you here a couple
Right.
days. Boom, they there. You know what
That's
I'm saying? So,
like, this must be nice by Life Jennings. That's real. That's
oh man.
hey for real. Because that is important. Like being able to pick up the phone and calling somebody, like, hey, I'm going through this. Like, because I,
Mhm.
especially in the world we live in today, like people are really like doing things to themselves to really harm themselves because they
Right.
are or they feel like they're alone. And then it takes somebody to do something to themselves, or to where it's too late. Somebody to be like, "Oh, well, they could have reached out to me. They could have did that." Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have people who I thought who were close to me and my friends who I have went through days and weeks and things that they ain't even batted an eye to pick up the phone to see if I'm even. But
Yeah.
you know what? That's okay because I don't expect that out of people. I'm not a selfish person, and at the end of the day, I know people have their own lives,
Right.
but
Hmm.
to an extent,
Yeah, no facts. If you
people
like, if you care about something enough, you would take the time for it.
yeah, people
That's
are gonna
just facts.
people are gonna show up for what they want to show up for, and people are
Yeah.
gonna invest in what they want to invest in. You want to
Or they're
invest
gonna tell you they got a busy life.
exactly.
So like, come on.
Like you telling me, you calling me your best friend, saying we this and that, and I ain't heard from you in about a year and a half. Like, come on, we just people, we just ordinary people at that point.
Yeah, yeah. No, facts. No, that's real. But before I was going to ask that the superhero question, I was talking about oh no, you was talking about your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you we can post some stuff on that right now if you
Oh
want
yeah.
to give like the vision and like obviously it's called vision, but
Oh
the vision of the vision.
yeah. Nah, man. Vision, honestly, like I said, like probably a summer or two before I met the Andersons and everything. I've known Connie obviously since I was a little kid.
Mhm.
Amy I've known for a long time, but I always had a vision like I was different. Like I didn't have a lot of money growing up. There was times where I would literally have to take care of my little brother and sister for days, weeks at a time. Didn't know where my mom was, even though my mom did try when she was around. But I found myself being a father figure at an early age in my life.
Hmm.
So for me, my vision was always not that I'm better than the people around me, but I want more for myself. I want more for my little brother and my sister. I want more for my family. I can't have that stuff right now, but my vision in the future is to be able to help people who are in need, to be able to do things for kids who don't have the finances and stuff like that. So that's what my brand is. It's vision. And with that, like I train adults, with, disabilities. I train them for free. Kids in the community, kids on my teams, I train for free. Um, you did sponsor a vision team and we did win a championship. So we do it,
Oh, I didn't even know you had that in the
do it,
background.
do it, pre,
Okay.
do it pre, Mr. Hitchens. But yeah, man, we sponsored a team and it was the first ever vision sponsored team and we won a championship at the Elevation Summer League at Splash Zone at Oberlin. So all those kids I paid the fee. I didn't make any of those kids pay, but still to this day, man, I'm just trying to give back to the less fortunate, be the role model for kids. And I'm still training kids for free. Obviously I can't do it for free every time, but I'm trying to show kids that where we're from is okay. You don't have to be
Right.
somewhere else to think that you go D1. Like I didn't go D1, but I got a chance to break every single college record in school history. My brother got a chance to go to the NFL and got a D1 scholarship. My brother Zach got a chance to play college football. Ryan got a chance to play college football.
Hmm.
There's kids who came out of Clearview Hallways and that came from the south side of Elyria and they came from the same streets we came from and they made it out. They didn't have to go somewhere else and do it. And I'm not knocking any kid who does, but the
Yeah.
things we want, they're possible here. If we
Hmm.
have people who are willing to invest in you know, even if we don't have the finances and the stuff like that, if we have people who are willing to do a little bit, that stuff goes a long way. And so my vision is to just make sure that I'm that person that can be that for this community and the people around me. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. That's a vision for you right there.
vision.
Uh,
It's a mouthful, but it's a vision.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's not no overnight stuff. That right there has been well thought and lived and taught, and you could tell that was within.
Yeah,
Nah, you already know, bro. I always support whatever you do,
yeah.
and all that stuff. So yeah,
And
man, I got another big question for you.
all right, but I do want to know about the A5 family, though, and what's going on. Like, what's in store, what's next. I do want to know what's going on with that because I'm on Twitch, I'm a subscriber on YouTube, so I need my dough. Like, I need to know what's going on, man. Like,
All right. So what's next?
yeah,
So my plan is to get a couple podcasts with my brother so you can get to know like my brothers so you can get
yeah,
to know me and where I come from. And before when I first started, I came off hot giving those NFL tickets and NBA
ah,
tickets. And so it was like, dang, how do I keep up with this?
yeah,
I'm not about to keep giving all these tickets away. But now that people like actually know where we're from
yeah.
and like know how we grew up and like know like, the background and, my brothers and what we did, it's like now I think it's time for those. So if you watch this podcast, you would know what's coming on next. So if you one of these 500 to 1,000 likes or viewers, you might know that
Hey,
it's going to be another NBA or NFL ticket, but it won't be until next year.
okay.
And a jersey and a sign. It'll be
Oh
signed
wow,
jersey, and I'm gonna have multiple guys sign the jersey. And there's gonna be two tickets. And the foundation and the starting process for us was I'm trying to leave a legacy
right.
for my family. That's the whole thing. It's like, what's to have all this but accomplish nothing, you know? So I'm trying to leave a legacy, whether it is on a I don't know what my kids want to be. If
Right.
they social media platform, they want to do podcasts, they want to do Zoom. I'm starting that. They want to do gaming. I played a game. I was already an athlete, so I'm just trying to open up all doors, like spiritually. They want to be a pastor, preacher. Who knows what we're about to have next? So it's like I'm just trying to be so open and give my kids all these directions that I never had as a kid. So yes, it's making it easier. I don't care. I wish someone had told me it was a little easier. You know what I'm saying? Why do I gotta go through what I gotta go through just to get to where I was already meant to be?
Exactly.
So am I making it easier? Yes. But what's the point of doing all this and then giving it right back to the government? And then now your kids got to start all back over where you started from.
Yeah.
It's not about where you at. It's about where you're going. Like I always say that. Like today, where I'm at today is not where I'm going to be at here soon. 6 months from,
Abs-
a year from now. I'm gonna be better in like all aspects of my life. I'm trying to get better in everything. Like I
Yeah.
tell Ashley all the time. Like if I take the trash out on Tuesdays, I'm trying to be the first one on the block with the trash out. You know what I'm saying? Back in, garage door closed, sitting on the couch. Everybody else got their trash cans. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what I try to do, like I try to be the best. And like I mean, obviously it doesn't always work out, but I'm thriving for that. And as long as she knows
Oh,
that, like she knows I'm always trying. And that's what I'm gonna teach my girls. Like all this stuff could be laid out for you, but you still gotta work to get it. Like I'm not about to just like, unless I'm not here and I can't help it. But if it's like, yes, girl, you have tuition money, but if you get a scholarship, it becomes you get a car, or you can get, stipends, or you know what I'm saying? So it push them to be even more, not just a scholarship. They want a scholarship plus. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different ways of pushing kids, and like I'm learning. I mean, our kids are still young, but I never had nobody to do that to me. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? And then I feel like the other day, not even gonna lie, my computer behind you, I started looking up resumes on the coaching, like a head coach,
Yeah.
and but it's just the time right now. I want to see my kids grow, and I have the opportunity to see my kids grow. Most people have to work until 60, 70. I'm done at 30, so now I want to see my kids grow.
Yeah.
So I feel like the A5 thing has just got me learning more about my family and doing things that makes me uncomfortable. Like, bro, who would have thought that I'll be sitting here on a podcast? Think
What?
about that, bro.
Hey, who you
Like
telling?
so like I like
Yeah.
stepping out of my comfort zone. Like this ain't me. Like I'm not about to sit here and talk to you, bro. You can text me.
Right. Exactly. You text me right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just stepping out of my comfort zone, um, and doing things that just to leave it from not just for the kids, but it's also making me better. You know what I
Nah.
mean? Because people need to hear my story. I have a story.
Yeah.
So if a closed mouth is just bad for me and for everybody else that's around me, because they
Yeah.
can learn a lot from it. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
that's real. No,
yeah,
that's real. And you do like whatever you do, like obviously you're a great football player. You're an amazing dad, an even better person, you feel me? But no matter what you do, like you said, you're gonna be great at it because you take the time to always make sure you're investing your everything into that.
right.
So that's for real though. You and a coach though, that's what you a
Man,
coach?
I, I'll be down here brainstorming. Like I'm looking at my two computers. Like I'll be brainstorming. I don't cancel nothing out. I did say no when I first retired. Obviously, I'm like,
Yeah.
get
And
away
you want
from football. I'm not
time
trying to.
girl, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a lot, man. Because I know how much coaches show up because I used to show up early. They was there before me. I used to get treatment at six in Kansas City like 6:30 in the morning, almost all year long. And I live 30 minutes away, so I'm waking up at 5:45.
Right.
And then Ashley knows I get home at 6. That's 12-hour shifts. Coach is already there. They already got the whole practice planned out. So
Fact.
it's like if I have the opportunity, and some coaches are doing it because they love it. Some coaches
Yeah.
are doing it because they need money. But if you have the opportunity to see your kids grow, why wouldn't you do
Take
that?
yeah, why
You
would yeah,
know, like you need to invest in them, coach them, and
yeah,
then they gonna coach the next person. So it's like if you have the opportunity, do it. Some
yeah,
people don't, and I'm gonna take the advantage of that. But I don't want to say all in school.
yeah,
Then who knows? I might start coaching, but shoot, they getting old now. 5, 3. Elena too, but she acting like she 8. So they about to be in school all in the next 2 years. So if I start getting a resume together now, who knows 3 years from now, when it's just me and Ashley and we just sitting at home looking at each other,
Yeah.
I might have to do that. I might have to bring you on the staff, man. I need
Hey,
you to
tell
I
you,
need you to strength and conditioning and the receiver coach.
I'm telling you, we'll score every time we get the ball.
See, they might not be dancing like y'all, the receiver, you want to spike it, do all this,
Uh,
all that cute stuff, towels hanging out. Yeah, yeah, y'all want to be swag. What y'all call swaggy? Y'all want to be swaggy.
you act like you was out there in ankle socks or something though. Like,
I was playing. I was playing.
right? I mean, yeah. Yeah. You want to obviously you
I
ain't got to
got.
be.
I had a
And
towel because I got the ball out.
you score, you a celebration. You feel me? And you go off
Same one every time.
give the ball to the ref off to the sideline.
Yeah,
Maybe fist bump, maybe once in a while.
yeah. I mean, I got more excited hitting people.
Oh yeah. You was definitely excited then.
Yeah, like that's why I said I don't like. No one likes to get hit. That's why I ran out of bounds.
Oh, speaking of hits, you know what is crazy? Diz, you remember your senior year? Y'all played Overland and you hit that kid so hard
Oh
that the
yeah,
game stopped for like 2 or 3 hours because they thought you like, yeah,
you talking about the punt return with Tony Williams?
man, yeah. And Amy was like, Anthony, tell him you're sorry. Tell me why that kid ended up going to my college and he got hit one time freshman year and he never played football again in his life.
Mm. That is, see, I feel bad now. And there was another dude at Kansas City that we were doing one-on-ones and one-on-ones with running backs. I was a linebacker, obviously. He was running back.
Yeah.
And when he quarterback here, he's here, and one-on-one, just boom. I got to get off of him, get to the quarterback. I blitz, boom, knocked him on his butt, concussion, and he never played again.
Oh my, that
So like
they don't call you hitman for no reason.
but the thing is, it's like that's not my intent.
I know it's not because you're like the nicest dude. Like you are literally the nicest dudes I know.
It's just like on that football field, it's like a little switch that it's just like you're
Hey,
not about to like I don't know what the switch is, but it's like I don't like getting hit, so I like to be the aggressor, I guess. And so when I get on a football field, there's 22 people running around. I got I gotta protect myself.
hey, it was easy for me at safety because I already knew ain't nobody getting past Anthony. Like you got Cordell over here. You got I don't got. I'm about to just sit back here and intercept everything. I don't got to tackle anybody.
Yeah, no, man. Those are the days, man. That's crazy. What was the biggest adjustment for you leaving Lorraine? Because a lot of people leave Lorraine, no matter what college. Obviously, you broke all Muskegon records and one of the best receivers to ever go there. But like, I remember one time when we dropped you off at school, or and picked you up one time,
Yeah,
uh, in the minivan. I forget about the minivan,
the
but
mini cut with the Carrie Underwood in there.
yeah, but it was like a lot of kids go to college, but always return home and never finish. Like me, I'm still looking for another person. Like there's a lot of people that went D1 before us or after us, and no one ever finished. I mean, I didn't finish school, but I mean, I finished what I started, if that makes sense. And like you finished school, um, broke records, finished school, good GPA, and then came home and still inspiring. So you did all the necessary steps. Like I
Yeah.
know there was times where you was just like, man, I just want to stop this, man. I want to go back home. Like what kept you going through all those years?
Honestly, man, like obviously Danny Noble, you know Danny Noble, Travis
Hmm.
area, real close. Like I'm saying, they were like cousins, brothers growing up. Um, but Danny ended up being fortunate enough to make it to the NFL too.
Hmm.
And Danny had made it and stuff like that. And then you ended up getting into Iowa and stuff like that. And I didn't go right away to college after high school. If you know, like I had to literally like grind from the community
Yeah, you
college.
was telling me you and Q had to. Yeah,
Yeah, me,
yeah.
yeah, me and my dude quitting. Like we literally had to grind from the community college to get out. So for me, it I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't ready. But once I got to college, and I'm like, okay, I'm not really playing freshman year. This is not normal for me because I just was starting for the last 3 years of my life. Like,
Hmm.
so grinding every day. Like I said, I didn't come home that sophomore year. I stayed on college from freshman to sophomore year. That summer I stayed. I ended up going from like 185 to 205. Like I was okay. Now I started breaking school records. So playing a game, NCAA. We used to play Campus Legend. You remember that Campus
Hmm.
Legend?
Yep. Yep.
Bro, knowing that I used to play, we used to play that game all day long, like creative
Yeah.
play and take them as
Yeah.
far as we could. And I was
Yep.
actually out there like I'm breaking records. Like obviously, like there was times where we would start 4-0, 5-0, and we would never win over 5 games in the season. But
Dang.
for me, it was okay. I might have a chance to get out of here. Like I can actually use football to maybe get. I might be able to. I might be able to do it. I'm at a D3 school. We're losing a lot, but I'm still breaking records. There's a chance.
Hmm.
And ultimately, just kept grinding. Obviously, you was there at Iowa, so that fueled the fire. Like Anthony, what Anthony had 10 tackles. Okay, I got to go have 100 yards. I got to go have
Yeah.
catches.
Yeah.
What 15 tackles and interception? I got to go have 2 touchdowns. So
Yeah.
that even though you were all the way at Iowa, I was at Muskingum in Southern Ohio. Like, man, it was just always the chance of being great, the chance of being
Hmm.
able to do for my family. And after I got football focused, obviously it's probably a year or two late for me. If I took football seriously like you did, your junior, senior year, I probably would have been at Ohio State. Who knows?
Hmm.
But YouTube came out, the year
Yeah.
after I graduated high school, we didn't have
Hmm.
YouTube.
All those folks in the highlights and
Man, we
all
didn't
that stuff.
the
Yeah.
year after I graduated, YouTube came out. So I didn't have the access to all that stuff. So
Hmm.
for me, it was always there's a chance, there's a chance. And if not, I knew I was still going to get that college degree and be able to do things for my family that I never would have gotten done or never thought possible if I would have stayed in Southern, Illyria.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, no. 'Cause I was just talking with Chris Kirksey. So he was
oh,
I
yeah,
told him because they getting on a podcast next week or the week after. And I was like, yeah, I just did well, with my brothers. And he was like, oh man, James was probably hilarious on there. I was like, no, he getting on the next one. He was like, oh, man, he was cold at football too. And then I was like, oh yeah, I mean, he tall, he fast. Like, I mean, I just think he didn't have enough film out there,
yeah.
And then he was just like, wait, people don't go D1 from your school all the time? I said, oh no,
Oh,
bro. Like,
oh,
no, it's like if that's like a lottery ticket,
yeah,
you
yeah,
better off hitting the lotto. So, and then finishing your 4 years. But
yeah,
I was like, no, it was different, man. We graduated with like 98 to 100 people.
yeah,
So, Chris probably graduated with like 2,000 people. So it's
yeah.
like the size of our high school and like the time we were in and like and the
Uh,
people that went before us that didn't represent Clearview well, you know,
no,
that's
no, like no, and we lost a lot. Like when people started leaving the schools and stuff, like we lost a lot. Clearview
yeah,
lost a lot, and you got all these other major big schools around us, Avon Lake. So
yeah,
when they say you have to be legit one of one, you have to be one of one.
yeah, yeah. True, they were trying to get us out of Clearview.
Oh yeah, they remember when they get us to St. Ed's.
Saying
Well,
that they try to get they like come here, man. You're all gonna be full rides, and we just
yeah.
like
And
ah,
that was before the reclassing and like what? Like all we knew is go to
yeah,
Clear. Like even me coming from Elyria, like once that Clearview was in your blood, like it ain't no we it was no
yeah. Like
for
what
us
they call it, that clip of pride.
because it was always we if they're
Yeah,
good find you and we are like the work
yeah.
was always there, the work ethic was always there, and
Hmm.
obviously the routes that we had to take to get there was different than everybody else's, but
Yeah. And
getting there,
it shaped you to who you are today. That's the best part. Like, say if we would have left or we would have left and we would have been in Ohio State, who to say I wouldn't even be in this position? Who to say I went to Ohio State and you went to LSU and I blow my knee out and
exactly,
I'm back in Lorraine. Man,
exactly,
everything is supposed to happen the way it happened.
yep,
We said no. We want to play with our brothers, And that's because we all that's what we did all our life. So why change now?
Exactly.
And it panned out good. We all healthy. We all thriving. We all trying to do better, and we all living.
Yeah.
I don't want to know other way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already written.
Yeah.
So it's like I hate when people they go be like, oh, I wish I would have slept in longer, or I wish I'd have slept more. I wish I'd have did 2 days of workouts instead of, or I wish I would have. Oh no, you right where
And
you're supposed to be.
yeah.
Don't wish it. Go do it now. And
Go
then
do it.
go do it now. Like don't wish on the past because you wish on the past, you messing up your present and your future.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah, let
a
God
firm,
handle that.
firm believer in that too. Like destiny, whatever the work you put in and the energy you put in is what you're gonna get back. Like
Yeah,
can't talk about talk. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
right. You gotta show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, the reason why I couldn't go back to Lorraine is because the people that went, like I think it was like Buckeye, she went to like Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Uh, somebody else went somewhere. I don't know, but I was like one of like the next guys to go D1 or whatever. And like my whole head, like I can remember myself. I swear, like the first day, Coach Doyle, we had like a little workout composition. I don't know. We had to do like pull-ups, push-ups. They were just trying to see where we was at, right?
Yeah. Little
And
assessment.
assessment test, yeah. So I'm over here, I'm pulling up, and I'm struggling. I'm at like 10. I'm and I'm just like, I ain't going back. 11. I ain't going back. 12. I swear to you, bro. I ain't going back. 13.
Right.
And I was like, and then I dropped. And I was like, oh man. And I honestly like thought like, dang, they gonna be like, dang, he ain't good enough. Cause like it was like our first workout.
Yeah.
And they was like, okay, we like that. I said, all right.
Oh,
Let's
all right.
go
Wait.
then. Let's go then. I was like, I'm glad I said I didn't want to go back. I would have stopped at 10.
Real. Like the
Yeah.
college I went to, bro, it was probably, bro, it was not anywhere where you out partying like any of that stuff you see on TV. The college I went to, none of that. None of that. I'm saying campus security riding around by 7, 8 o'clock every night, making sure you ain't doing nothing.
Sound like you in the gated community.
Yeah, man, right? Like it's church tomorrow or something. So, bro, just like that. Oh my gosh, man! Just
Yeah.
everything full circle, bro. Like it's crazy. It's because you never like you said, you growing up, you don't expect to be in positions like that, but over
Mhm.
time in your life, you try to be a good person. You try to walk the right way, talk the right way, and you hope that you get blessed with opportunities to be able to provide for the people around you.
Right.
Ultimately, man, like we both been blessed. Like I said, I without the Andersons, like I said, they've done so much. And Amy deserves the world. Brad, rest in peace, man. Probably the realest man I've ever met when it comes to
Mhm.
telling you exactly how it is.
Yeah.
You know, you say what you mean. People respect it or they don't.
Hmm.
Just being able to have opportunities, man, to just be able to grow and give everybody else around us opportunities, man. That stuff is just amazing, man. Everything's comes full circle. And it's just crazy. The energy you pour into the world is really what you get out of it, man. And you are a good person, a great dude. Like I said, I can't say it enough because you've given our family opportunities to do things that we never thought possible. And I know you say, "Oh, it's just you are a humble person." So hearing, people say thank you, Anthony, and bragging, I know, but you deserve your flowers too. Because, bro, you're like I said, you're one of one. People don't make it out of Lorain County, especially in sports. And when they do, it's rare that they continue to be in the league or the longevity and stuff like that, and then get in a position to still be able to take care of their family for years to come. And you've done that. So the podcast, I appreciate it, bro. Like everything you've done for me and the family, we appreciate it. And I just want to see you continue to thrive and just keep getting better and better, bro. Well, you deserve that.
All right, man. I appreciate that, man.
You
Yeah,
know,
man. I look, man. I'm like you said. Look, I don't do it for the thank yous. I like, and that's one thing about me that I truly
yeah, uh-huh.
I can like say because some people, you can get two people. You can get somebody that's searching for those. You get somebody that's not. But not to say either one is bad or good. So I like just to be even killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get too big headed saying, oh, you're doing a lot. Then once you get like that, then you stop doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just like to say even killed, even minded, and like everything I actually do is like genuinely. Because if I don't want to do nothing, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh,
That's just who I am.
for
Like
sure.
I straight up, I just tell you no, bro. Like I
All right.
have no problem, or I won't tell you no. You would see my look at my face, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, he ain't messing with me today."
Nah,
So it's like like if I'm doing something, it's for a good cause,
yeah,
and I'm getting better at opening up and talking to just strangers or next door neighbors or random people, Someone could be having a bad day and all I need to hear somebody else say, hey man, keep it going. And then
yeah,
boom, that could spark them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just trying to be a better person overall, like I said before, taking out the garbage or watching the kids. Like I always tell Ashley, if Ashley ran to the grocery store or she had to take a flight for a couple of days, I don't want the kids to miss a beat. I don't
right.
want them to be like, oh, I'm not loved when daddy's here. Oh, I don't get my butt changed. Oh, I do everything she does, I do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it ain't like I'm just saying, oh, I'm a dad. I don't do that. No. I'm learning how to paint nails. I'm learning how to do hair. You know what I'm saying?
You will.
I'm trying to do everything. You feel me?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's just the way I'm wired, man. And I'm blessed to have this type of mind and type of heart to receive it and you know what I'm saying, and not trying to be too arrogant about it. Like,
yeah,
so I appreciate you though, bro, for sure
yeah.
coming on. I'm gonna say me, you, Ryan, and Zach on one of these Friday nights.
We got to
We're gonna be on here for about 2 hours.
just
Be
talking.
just talking. I might not even release it. I might just keep it in the archives. And we about 60. I'm gonna pull it out and we gonna be rolling. Like this stuff right here will be released, but there's a lot of stuff that I can just
I,
record it, pack it away, and just hear it.
I could only imagine.
Man, the conversation. Oh, Zach. Oh Lord.
Oh man, Zach, Zach is no filter.
Oh,
Like
no filter.
no filter. Always
I,
been
I,
like.
I wish I had no filter.
I wish me too, but I care about.
No, you know your surroundings. So I
You know,
guess you do have a filter. You have a semi filter.
you're right.
You know them filters where you can still pour water through. That's what you got.
I got a filter in respectable places.
Yeah, you got a filter that you can pour water through. Zach, he just got
That's
a circle. He's just dumping water in a bucket or something.
that's
Nah, but for sure, bro, this has been great. I appreciate you coming on again. We definitely gonna tap in again.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
you been watching the football though? Who you got Sunday? Because I got everybody predictions so far.
Man, I know. And the thing is, man, Kansas City defense scares me sometimes when
Uh,
it
uh,
comes to good running backs. But you cannot bet against Pat. You can't bet against Pat. Betting against Pat is like betting against Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. And I ain't got that in me. I'm a believer now.
hey, you're a believer now after
I
three
like
straight
I'm a believer.
championships, five straight AFC championships.
Hey, I done seen that man walk him down the field with the best of them. So honestly, Chris, I mean, Chris, you already know if Chris get back there and they get back there and that defense get back there, it's gonna be real slow for the Eagles. And
Yeah,
Saquon got to prove that he can do it in the big game. I mean,
but Kansas City never gave up. I don't think they gave up a 100-yard rusher all season. Saquon is averaging over 100 yards. He had 2,000 yards rushing now.
man, he back there jumping backwards, putting his ass on people's helmets,
It
everything.
did, I ain't never seen a backward. I can't jump backwards. Let's just start there. Let's just start there. Just jumping backwards. He jumped over another professional athlete.
That's somebody's dad.
Yes, probably he got a couple kids. It don't like anybody been playing. I don't even know who the person was, but
That
you you can't not you can't no, I don't know, bro. He's having a crazy year, bro.
and that's why it's hard to say. I don't know because the Eagles can run the ball very, very well.
Very well. And that's the only thing that's gonna keep Pat off the field. Unless he breaks a 60-yard. run, but I don't see
But
the Chiefs doing that.
possessions, then I don't think the Chiefs are gonna. If it comes down to possessions, I don't know because I think the Eagles are gonna score more and they're gonna have the ball longer. So if it comes down to how many possessions, like I don't,
Yeah,
bro,
it's
I'm not
tough.
betting. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes, bro. I'm
But
not
you
doing.
you have to pick one. Who you picking? I mean, the spread is even. I think it was -1, and I think it went back even now.
If the
So
spread, then I gotta go. I will bet 30 on whatever 30 push-ups. I got 30 push-ups on Kansas City
to win.
to win.
Ooh,
Actually, 40. I got 40. If you want to take that bet or whoever else want, I'll
look,
take
got the
push-ups.
pen. Look. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Look,
I got 40
what's
push-ups.
your score? Let me get your score, man. Let me get your score. So
Uh,
when you weigh wrong, I'm gonna have to bring this back
You
up to
know
you.
I'm the guru. So
Okay, let me see.
I got. Let me see. Let's see. 28. Let's go.
Wait,
31.
I know you ain't playing the game in your head.
Yeah, I
What was
got.
that? Touchdown, 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 touchdown.
I got 31.
Who's 31?
31. I'm saying 31 Kansas City, 31-27.
Wow. No defense. Hmm. Dang, that is what, 58 points.
That's what, hey.
Ooh, okay.
Now who you got?
Yeah. Ah, okay. I told this on the other podcast. I have two. I have two answers. I do. It's going to be that close of a game in my
Man,
head.
just say no, you gotta pick one.
Okay, if I had to pick one, I, I'm picking
That
I'm picking Kansas City.
I'm about to say you better turn and look at them jerseys on that wall.
All those Super Bowls, I'm picking Kansas. If I had to pick one, I'm picking Kansas City, all because they've been there, they've done it.
Yeah,
They have the better quarterback, and in order to win, you got to have a better. The quarterback is going to determine the game, um, and they have the better coach that's been there,
yes.
and two different teams. I mean, Eagles with the NFC Championship too, and like he wasn't just winning in KC, he was winning in Philly with Michael Vick and Dominic McNabb and all those guys. So, uh, if I had to pick one, just from experience and all that, I'm picking the Eagles. But if I have a choice to break it down, if it's a high scoring game, back and forth.
Nah, nah. You don't get to say, oh, hey, all right, here go this cake. But hey, no, you don't get no cake.
But you can't eat no frosting.
Give us the cake.
No, but look,
It's like I got them, if they up at halftime, I got Kansas City.
no, but it's like it's reasonable. Like if I just pick a team right now, Kansas City.
Okay.
But only reason the Eagles can beat Kansas City is by controlling and keeping Pat off the field, which is going to make it a low scoring game. So the score is going to reflect who wins. If the score is like 10 or 14-20, the Eagles going to win. Now, like you just said, 31-27, 40-30, oh, back and forth. Oh, KC's going to win that because it's either Pat or Jalen Hurts. I'm going Pat.
Do
So
you
it makes sense.
do you think the Chiefs defensive the front seven, you think they can get in the backfield?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Man, Chris Jones. I don't think Chris Jones was leading sack leader this year. I think George was, uh, a first round pick from last year.
I think you're
Uh,
right.
uh, then you still got
Swanson,
freaking. You said what?
Swanson, that's his name.
Oh no, they got a new guy. They got Swanson. They call him Swanson 2.0. No, he was a linebacker too, but he's a little smaller. But they blitz their linebackers a lot. But when you got Chris Jones on one side at the three, and you got George on the other side, and they got good like interior guys. Like some of the guys I still know, a lot of people don't know, but they it's not Chris. It's the other guys that's rushing and giving Chris one-on-ones.
But
So he will blitz a linebacker, right? There's only five O linemen. There's only four D linemen. So
right,
once you blitz a linebacker, it creates five one-on-ones.
right.
Chris Jones winning a one-on-one every time. So
Absolutely.
that's how you win the game with Chris Jones. People are like, oh, how you get in so fast? Well, they blitz the linebacker and everybody got to pick up a guy. Now it's one-on-one.
But
Yes, he's going to beat everybody one-on-one. So I think that Spags does a good job mixing up those pressures on third down. So it'd be like 3rd and 5, like a regular third down, first third down. blitz linebacker, boom, sack -12. it's
Man,
it's because he's like Chris Jones. Hey, this is your one-on-one.
yeah,
And then he moves around. He could be at three technique. He'd be at nose. He might go on the end. If you got bad tackles, he literally they rate the worst O lineman and they put him on the worst O lineman. If you
right.
ever see Chris move from a three technique or a shade and he's on the outside, it's because your tackles suck. If you see him wrestling your guards, it's because your guard sucks. Or not sucks, but he's the worst out of the five. I can't say no one sucks in the NFL. You're the best at your position.
Yeah,
The lesser of the linemen, they will move him around on third downs. If you watch the game this week, watch.
yeah,
See where he actually get his sacks from. It's not from the shade. It's either the three technique or the outside or
right.
up and under. And they call it exit. They just switch.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's enough football talk.
for
You'll have
sure.
me on here all day. Look, that's what I'm saying. But I can't teach that to no 8, 9 year old. So it's
No,
like
you
if
can't.
I'll tell a seventh grader, be like, hey, look, man, you got to fill that gap. Hit the lineman, fall back, hit him low, trap. He gonna look at me like,
Some high school kids might look at you like that.
that's what I'm saying. I will have to like learn how to teach people at I don't even know how to say it, like simmer down or
At a
knowledge. I
a
gotta
lower
know.
lower level, that's all it is.
Yeah, I just want to lower my knowledge. I feel like I'm lowering my knowledge.
The thing is, like the last 4 years, I've been coaching like receivers at Clearview, and the ones that are coming in like freshmen and sophomores who are buying in,
Hmm.
those are the kids who are now like at good schools right now. Like I got some
Okay.
kids who actually are at pretty good schools,
Yeah.
but I have one or two like sophomores, juniors right now who are actually trying to get in the weight room and stuff like that, bro. Like the knowledge that they're getting from me being at playing at the next level is a lot more than some of these kids are getting from their science teacher who might be their receiver coach.
Yeah, that's true. And most of the people they never play football. Let's just be honest.
And no, and now if a teacher wants a job, a teacher almost gets it automatically over somebody
Mm.
more.
I'm about to come back home. I'm gonna be Lorraine High's high school football coach.
Bro, that'd be crazy, bro. That would be nutty.
I feel like if I nah, I mean I don't even know if they're good or
I
not.
have to censor that part out because I'm coming with you. And if anyone, they don't.
Hey, I wonder how they doing any good or not?
Honestly, they've made the playoffs the last like year or two, but they always got to play obviously St. Ed's.
Yeah, but bro, there's enough good people in Lorraine County could beat St. Ed's.
Man, bro, you would think so, but St. Ed's is taking all the top recruits.
Yeah, they was trying to get us or
Yeah,
nations or whatever. So like,
and
but
ain't nothing really changed. But I think a lot of the times it's just the name. There are some teams like I think Camp McKinley beat them this year. There are teams that are beating them like once or twice a year. Even Avon sometimes will hang with them. But the name St. Ed's and is just more so.
look, you change the culture. If I was the head coach, the first thing I walk in there and say, listen, a lot of you guys probably won't be here. I'm about to change the culture. That's to be the first lines.
You coming
And
in
I'm
straight Deion Sanders.
like, I'm changing the culture. Like whatever y'all learned or whatever y'all came from or whatever y'all been coached, I don't care if you're a senior or freshman, I'm changing the whole culture. If you guys want to get to the next level, and you guys want to get an education or get a full ride, I'm changing the culture.
Got
Because
to.
I'm starting from the roots because you can't change a culture from the grass. I need to dig in the dirt. I got to go to the soil. I'm digging. I'm starting from ground zero. And before I sign on that line, I'm telling that athletic director, I need at least 5 years. I'm looking at him. I'm like, look, first 2 years we're gonna stink, but I tell you what, we're gonna
That,
play hard.
nah, for real. Once
But
because
you need more years to get there. You people trying to do it overnight, man. St. Ed's have been good for 20 years. Avon always been good. It's because someone changed the culture years ago.
consistency in the program,
Yeah,
like I had a meeting with where I talked to a coach from Avon. He told me every single year you want to be building 10 to 20 kids from this class, 10 to 20 kids from this class, 10 to 20 kids from this class. Because then next year, you have those maybe 20, all 20 of them kids aren't ready to play, but 10 of them will be.
hmm,
So,
yeah,
bro, I started looking at it like that. Like every year, I'm just going to try to my hardest to develop 5 or 6 receivers on each level, you
yeah,
know, spread
hmm,
varsity. Then next year, it's to the point now where, bro, like parents are calling me or, people are trying to move their kids closer to Clearview because they want their kids coached by Coach Washington.
yeah,
Bro, I'll take that. If you want to have me train your kids or if you're willing to, because that's what people are doing now. They're moving
Hmm.
their whole lives to give their kids better opportunities.
Yeah.
I will push a kid to the max and make work with him every day if this kid is willing to put in the work to get out of here.
Right.
I'm willing to be that.
Right. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I gotta hold on. www.com, resume.com. I can't make my own resume. I don't even know my accolade. I don't even know what I've done. Like I really just I don't like
It's just
I'm
Anthony
just
hit.
living. I'm just like, hey, do you know me? No. Okay, I'll try the next job.
That is
Because it's
hilarious.
like I'm not about to sit here and say I'm Anthony Hitchens. I graduated here. I went to college. I got this in college. I got this and then no, I'm not talking about myself. No, you go look that up. Do you want to hire me or no?
But you're doing a podcast, stepping out of your boundaries, stepping out of the comfort zone. But he like, no, I'm not talking about.
See, I
I'm
can
not.
step out of one. You try to see. I'm gonna be stepping out everywhere now. I'm stepping here, stepping here.
Hey, it's all good.
I just bought a house in Texas, and I got to move to Ohio.
I know you don't want to do that.
No, I gotta live in this house. You gotta at least give me like 5 years in this thing. Golly, it
Man.
took three to build it. I can't leave now.
Ohio, I think Ohio is always going to be Ohio. It's always going to be home. You always going to get off and see that 77 North, 77 South sign. You always going to know what home is. But enjoy life away from here. Because once
Uh,
I get out, I'm gone. I ain't coming.
I'm gonna bring you right back. We're gonna be at Lorraine High. I'm telling you, bro. And I would say Clearview, but it's just that's like Colliers and them are locked in. They're
Oh yeah,
locked in. They're locked in. And I think he did it smart because now I think he was the athletic director, which is brilliant on his part. Like kudos to him. That is like the best way to do it because now you kind of calling the shots and you're the head coach. But and I would never coach at a high school level without being the head guy. I would coach at a lot of levels like D1 or no, I probably won't coach college, like maybe like high schools in Texas, which is like D1 football. I might take a position job, but back in our hometown, I would never be like a OC or a DC or something like that. I would want the head job. And and me personally, I've got so much respect for the Cards and stuff. And I'm sure there's more work than just saying I want to be a head coaching job. I know how hard football is, and I know how much time you got to put in, and I know how one bad call can make or break your season. So,
or a
I
job.
the job, yeah. But if you the athletic director, who's technically firing you?
Right.
The parents.
What you mean fired? What you mean I'm fired?
I'm firing myself today. I stepped down as the head coach.
Right.
Yeah,
But
but no, good for him though.
that was a smart move. Like that is a good move, especially like because Coach Collier does like you could tell that he's trying to get the culture back to how it used to be. Like I said, bro, even if I'm the only coach in there every single day of the week, from here until there, in this weight room doing this stuff for these kids, I don't care. At some point, we are going to get back to where we were.
Mhm.
I've thought about moving, like I've even talked about talked to you about it, about moving somewhere else. And it's always, if you're not doing it here, who else is going to do it here? If nobody's giving the kids in our own backyard the opportunity or chance, who will?
Mhm.
So for me, like, it's like, man, you feel me? I gotta stick around here and at least try to give these kids a chance for as long
Yeah,
as. But
yeah.
like, I do want a head coaching job. I want to, if not, I want to be an offensive coordinator. I want to be able to call whatever play I want. And
Hmm.
feel me, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But same time, I know I gotta grow. I gotta sit in this position until I know what I'm doing, and I
Yeah.
got my turn. And if that's what it is, then like I said, that's another learning about being patient. That's another part of learning being patient.
Nah, for real. But that's one thing I think I would have a problem with. If I put a resume there and somebody say, "Hey, you about to be the custodian. You about to you,
Damn, you trying to
you
call
about
me a custodian? Oh, damn.
you about no or no, I'm saying like, are you saying like I gotta be a custodian and then I gotta like get the pads together or I gotta run the conditioning test on only on Tuesdays. Like I ain't starting that far down. I don't care. What I will create my own football team before I do that. I would spend the money to create my own football team before I start that low. And my knowledge, and I'm not like
Yeah,
just hyping myself up, but my knowledge won't allow me to scoop that low. And for someone else to like either know my knowledge or not know it to put me that low, I'm not working for you because you don't know. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You
you
just
don't
doing that
value me,
because that's what you supposed to do. You
right?
know what I mean? That's not getting me better. I promise you. So it's like you can't judge every book, the same. So that will be my biggest thing.
Yeah,
And I'm sure it's gonna be a smack in the face once I get this resume.com down. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, you need to be a science teacher. You got to go back to school. And nah, y'all crazy. You
man,
people getting money in high school. You want me to go to school?
ain't it? You got little kids getting $20,000, $30,000 in high school. Some of legally NIL deals and stuff. You telling
Yeah,
me,
nah. You,
nah.
yeah, you
Like,
got to get a new curriculum now.
Coach Washington, you don't want to go band for band. I'm like, boy, I got a place, a car, and a house. You
uh,
live with your mom. What you mean go band for band? Like, have some respect.
that's funny. But yeah, I think my girl's getting up. I hear footsteps running around upstairs. So
I appreciate
appreciate you, bro. Always, man.
you. Already know, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, keep putting on, keep representing for Lorraine and the family. But yeah, I appreciate everything, bro. Tell the girls I said hi too.
I appreciate it. We're gonna be in touch because I gotta get everybody on here one night for
Oh, you
sure.
too, bro. Got to.
All right, brother. I'm gonna hit you up when I get this all
Always, bro.
saved and everything, bro.
For sure, for sure.
All right, be easy now.
All right, man.